Why don't you find my dear little Napoleon game? It's like, I don't want to find your fucking game. It's like, okay. Reason to be an asshole about it. Um, can't find it here as well. That's great. Can never be easy, can it? Easy would be, well, too easy to be fair. Oh, great. I can capture Streamlabs. That's neat. That's neat indeed. Not really helpful, mind you, but it's nice of you to point that out. It's like, let me pretend like Napoleon is not actually up and running. Do I have to start this game again? Probably. Probably I have to, isn't it? Ah, fuck me sideways. Make my life difficult, why don't you? Sometimes, just sometimes, you know, you look at Streamlabs looks at you and it goes like, I'm gonna fuck with you now. And you're just sitting there like, but why? Why would you do that? What have I ever done to you? Streamlabs says, nothing, you know, just like fucking with you. Which, to be fair, that is fair. Lock Streamlabs, I can even hear the sound of the game. Aha. All of a sudden you're like, yes, look, there's something there. Well, let's see you capture it. That's a good start. Okay, let me, shit. Forgot how easy it is to actually tap out of the game. So, let's mute the game and see where we were. I think I'll be... probably be playing around until 1600, maybe a few minutes after that, and then I'll be gone. Where did we leave off? It's a good question indeed. We were fucking with France. How does the diplomatic relationships look for France? You're at war with basically all of the major powers. That's good. Okay, France. Friends with those people up there. You're allied to the Ottomans and the Spains. Nothing new there. Although the rest of the world hates you. I think I am not at war with you at the moment, am I? Yeah, pretty sure I weaseled my way out of that. Why was I doing that? Yeah, of course, I know why I was doing that. I was doing that because I kind of wanted you to potentially wait until you take over Prague, so I can take that as well. I seem to remember something like this. Yeah, I have two armies ready and nicely posed to strike if worst comes to worst. I guess we're just gonna patiently, quietly, and peacefully wait a few turns before things go bad. Is there any other target I could attack easily peasily? Yeah, it's Mecklenburg and Prussia. Okay, attacking you seems like not really a good idea. Because you actually are allied to me. You're a bit far away. You're a bit far away. Mecklenburg. You're also in an alliance with Denmark. I mean, maybe building up another army up here before we attack Mecklenburg and see what happens might be an interesting option. Having a third army wouldn't really hurt me, to put it mildly. And the Swedes are also our friends. Ah, fair enough, fair enough. I'm not really gonna have an easy time reaching the fucking Ottoman Empire, will I now? Same actually with Spain. Would I afford... I mean, we do making 2 grand a turn, that's not bad. It's good enough. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna nice and patiently pass a few turns. I also need to change what game we're playing at the moment. Oh, if we could get another spy to watch down there, that would be nice. I kind of would like to see when the French is actually, you know, maybe getting up to the idea of taking over Prague. You know, the only reason I want to take this over is, of course, because I don't really want to go to war with the Austrians over it. But I do need it. It's part of the victory condition, so... I mean, I guess I could ignore it as well. Hmm. Doesn't really feel like a good idea, does it now? Ah. National census. Let's see here. We do need to kind of start upgrading at least one of our little buildings here in order to unlock the next stage. It's more wealth, that would be nice. Wealth generated by mines. Huh. All we would need for that is a factory. I don't really want to build a factory yet, though, because the factory does kind of lower the happiness of my people. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Now, can we afford to build a drill school yet? We cannot. So we should probably save up for that. Give me just a second while I go over here and go like, Napoleon. Go to war. Before somebody starts screaming at me for shocking lying to them. And me going like, well, shit, you're absolutely right. I am lying to you. This is not the game you were coming here for. No, we're just gonna wait that one turn to get that money. I don't think the Frenchies are actually going to risk going to war with me at the moment. For the most of it. Really, France? Just as I was about to say, that sounds like a bad idea. Okay, so now you're pissed off everybody else who was allied with me. Well, thanks, France. That's actually kind of helpful, I must say. Where are you going with that army? I want to attack Munich, though. Well, they're all about. It's tempting. And again, I also do need to deal with the army upstairs. The Frenchies are strange creatures, I must admit. You would assume that they are well aware that they're in a very, very, very bad position. But apparently not bad enough to not make more enemies. I'm almost tempted to just reload the save game we used and see if they will do it again. Because that seems like a very, very bad idea of the AI. I mean, I'm tempted to see if this is just a core part of what the AI for Sealand does. Or if this is just, you know, them being utterly stupid. Oh, I also can't reach that army, can I? What did you send up here? I mean, yeah, if you attack with that my town, I'm probably gonna lose castle. It's a nice opportunity to get that, though, isn't it? You know what? I do kind of want to see if the French actually do it again. To be fair, yeah, let's reload that save game and see if they do it. Because I'm interested, actually. I never asked myself that particular question. Will the Frenchies be that stupid? It's a good question, if you ask me. Did I do anything with this turn? I don't think I did. Actually, Actually, if I were to pull them up, ideally, you know, hiding them in the bushes somewhere, would the Frenchies still attack? Actually, will this work as cover? Zoom in. Can you ambush somebody from there? Are you in ambush stance? Seems like you are. Let's try this out. Let's have some fun with this, shall we? But in fact, the only reason why we are playing this game is because it's fun. Although I still kind of want to play at least one more stream with the multiplayer of Empire. Because that too does seem rather interesting, if not really stable, that is. That's kind of the main problem, though. I kind of want to do it again, though. Oh, it reminds me, tomorrow I do have to make that phone call with that lady, isn't it? Okay, in this turn we decided, if memory serves, to do nothing. Right, because we needed some money to build the drill school, didn't we? Yes. So let's see, French is moving around, being French, nothing new there. Then I made a bold comment about the Frenchies, you know, I'm not going to be stupid enough to fucking attack me. No, they still do. That's great. That's so stupid though. I mean, imagine being France at this point, right? Being the French, you look at your enemies, you see like I'm fighting Austria, Sicily, Naples, Sweden, Great Britain, Russia, and Mecklenburg. Basically, pretty much all the nations in the world apart from maybe the Ottomans and the Spains. And Portugal, I think. There's really not that much more on the map. It's a very limited map. And they're like, okay, the only really major nation that is not directly at war with me is the Russians. How about we declare war then? Power, terrifying, well, spectacular. I still go for the same move, eh? At least now I probably can ambush them. That would be nice. Well, ambush them, quote unquote. I can march up and attack them, I suppose, is the more correct way of saying it. We don't get the Frenchies, though, in this regard. Seems like a very stupid idea. Well, to be fair, I mean, if the enemy that you see on the other side is fucking Russia, and just Russia sending around troops senselessly without ever actually engaging, I guess you could potentially come up with the idea that, you know, maybe, just maybe, I can just take them. I mean, I took everybody as once. Wasn't really that hard. Trade game, so, can you reach the other side? You cannot, but you can reach this other side, I suppose. We will maybe have to actually deal with that. Okay, you actually do have to sneak around there, eh? It's not gonna work well, is it now? Yeah, probably not. Construction. Why can't we build a drill school? Because we need mass mobilization. Don't we have mass mobilization? No, but... coordinate... Information... No, we actually have not. Okay, that explains that. What does this give me? Happiness, lower classes... -5%... minus wealth, that's not good. The metric system... sounds reasonable. And more happiness. I mean, happiness is kinda nice, but clamor for reform does not sound nice. Guess we gotta wait until we have the other one then. We can build a drill school. Two happiness all classes. So many options. Well, I guess we're back at war with the Frenchies now. So, oh god, it is you, Franz. Let's see if we cannot, you know, fuck with them a little bit. Continuing the siege. See if they come out wanting to play with us. That's the minus happiness. That's minus happiness. It's gonna be a lot of minuses, isn't it, from here on out? Unless you look at the secret society and go like, happiness is thy name. More clamor for reform. Happiness. More wealth. More wealth sounds like a decent thing to aspire towards. Oh, let's see what the Frenchies do. Apart from, you know, Frenching around, of course, which is kind of what they always do. That's quite a march of people you have there. I probably should have dealt with that small army first, shouldn't I? Oh well. Nothing I'm too worried about. Oh, then let's see. Can I see where the reinforcements come from? Probably not, can I? Well, that's just how it is then. I can probably shit you from here. Man, do I hate it when there's random buildings inside and it makes things difficult for me. Hmm. Can I just stretch you all nice and easily? I can. It's gonna look somewhat funky. Thanks to those buildings again, but oh well, so far can be good. Il Generale, you can stand between the buildings and look cool. And other horses, I'll keep you on this flank. And then we'll see what fucking happens, shall we? Cannons, let me select you. Then I will ask you real nicely to attack the horse artillery, which is also the chamber. Let's see if you can actually hit those. Where's the enemy coming from? From the side. Well, that's not good. It doesn't really seem like you can hit them good. This is going to be such a pain in the ass, isn't it? Simple answer, yes, it will be a bit of a pain in the ass. There can't be not much of a question there. I know, start loading the other ammunition. Seems a bit more reasonable. You're probably gonna get past, aren't you? No, you turn in and then you stop in front of my units for some reason because you think that's a good idea. Do you know? I would politely point out that it's not a good idea to stand in front of people with guns that will absolutely fucking start shooting at you. I'm also not saying that I'm, you know, too unhappy about that particular penchant of yours to do so. Ooh, right, it's because these are the ones with the guns on horseback. You know what? Why don't you shoot at those? They seem to be standing rather profoundly stupidly. Okay, those are already broken. You two units, could you now make your way over there just to have some fucking reinforcements? I would kinda like to have those. You go in there, you stay there, that seems reasonable. We'll just deal with those motherfuckers. I'm sure you can afford another fucking charge. Make sure they don't get the cannons. That would be splendidly, funnily well, I would say.
Our men are running, sir.
What? Oh, they did manage to reach one of my cannons and shoot it down to nothingness, eh? Oh, my general has died. Well, to be fair, that is not necessarily a good state to be in. Well, you know what they say, he tried his best. He died a heroic death. Not that his heroic death means much, but you people maybe, you know, be a bit faster about this. We kinda want you to be, you know, here like yesterday. Could you, you know, maybe not destroy the city? I'm in the city anyway. Why does this imply that I'm the one defending fucking, Paris, apparently? Do I look like I have an interest in defending Paris? Simple answer, no, no, I really don't. Okay, you're already busily running away. You are, for some reason, not doing what you're supposed to be doing, namely being on your fucking cannons. And then you will decide to feed your units in, for some reason, in very, very small. Could you stop them for just a bit, little horsies? It seems like the rest of my units have not yet managed to decide to, you know, come over here. I would rather you do something about that. Something most brutal. Yeah, you know, there's no reason to really, you know, charge in there. Just ride slowly in there. I'm sure it's not gonna bite you in the ears or anything. Could you please be a little bit faster about this? I am running a bit, you know, a bit out of patience there. Am I the only one who looks at this and thinks like this? It's not going to work out well if you shoot into the hill instead of, you know, doing what you're supposed to be doing. Nah, can't be. I can't be the only one who thinks that. Slowly thinks to themselves like, maybe I should do something about that. Yeah, have they left the cannons behind yet? They have, quote unquote. Okay, horses. Horses. You know what, horses? Chase down these motherfuckers and make sure they don't come back, and then from there you're probably gonna be sent towards the horses. And more precisely, the cannons. And then we probably have to deal with another general, do we? Can I... I could start pulling the rest of the army over. It probably would work, actually. Yes, shoot into your own people. Prove to your own people how dangerous cannons are. I'm sure they're gonna be very happy about the lessons. Very happy about these particular lessons indeed. These are all just cannons, right? Cannons, 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 cannons. And it's like, what you gonna do? When's the horses? Decide to attack you. So like, well, not much actually. I'm gonna try to turn. Slowly and precariously. Maybe I should have... Yeah, I mean, no matter what I attack, I'm taking a certain risk here, to be fair. Come on. Go in there and make them regret their life's choices. Artillery! Not much longer, artillery! You'll be dead. You'll be dead, in fact.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Come on. Break while we break the rest of them. How does it look here? Pretty good. We'll just keep going. Because you see, while cannons are very, very, very nice tool to have around and very, very efficient at what it does best, namely being brutal and mean and shit, it's also very true that cannons are rather vulnerable. As should be to no one's actual surprise, mind you. Which is why I really shouldn't leave your little artillery guns unguarded. Oh, there's another unit of enemies. Well, shit, that is not what I had intended and hoped for would happen to be. Come on, finish them up real quickly, please. Before the enemy shoots you to bits and pieces. Come on, come on, come on, break. Break these motherfuckers. Show them how it's done.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
Like, would you please? Just break. It's not doing well for my horses. Hey, horses, try to get the other one then. Because you can clearly not stay here any longer. You're getting shredded.
Running, sir.
Is that the horses that are running? Yeah, sadly. Okay, you'll go up there. You will stay here. You two go over here. Need some reinforcements. Be the reinforcements you need to be. Why the fuck are you deciding to just slowly walk on them when I clearly tell you to fucking run? I have to tell you individually now that you have to fucking run. They're like, yes sir, we would really appreciate if you could do that for us. Okay, fair enough. How much? I mean, they are still firing, but at least there are not that many cannons left. There's still some people on foot, I suppose. They're going to try and annoy the evolution. I mean, your general is dead, right? So if I send you out and to deal with the cannons, you're not going to be that hardly missed, will you now? He said, and then he will regret his life choices evermore. Probably. At least now we can just watch and wait while the enemy happily feeds their troops into our gullets.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
Just keep killing them. Kill them for as long as you can. Okay. You attack those, so we can get rid of those, and then we only have to deal with a few more on-foot units. But we continue to feed some more of our troops here to create a little bit of a nice reserve, you know,
Our
just
men are running, sir.
a little bit. I mean, honestly, for the most part, I don't really care if they're deciding to run, because we still have more than enough to hold this position. Just kill them. Come on, general unit. I know you lost your hero, but, you know, I believe in you. And with that, we only have that one unit left. How does it look here? Bit messy, to be fair, but, you know, what else is new under the sun? Quite a messy battle, though. I wonder if we completely lost a few units here and there. I wouldn't completely say no. It's just quite a possibility that
Glorious victory,
we
sir,
did.
is soon to be yours.
I just attacked them. Murder boast, deliciously delivered, of lots and lots and lots of smoke. Yeah, you didn't like that, did you now? Okay, Aussies, come back. Be happily peppily and feel protected and shit. You know what, sure.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir. Yes, sir.
It's the last few dregs, basically. You can charge them, you know. I'm not blaming you for the idea of charging them. In fact, I would say it's a good idea. You're probably gonna run away relatively soon anyway, so, you know, make use of your time. To charge these motherfuckers. Okay, those are a few more. No, they decide to run away as well. A bit of a pricey encounter there, I must admit. Heroic victory, eh? Considering our losses, I don't know if I would consider it a heroic victory. But we'll see how the losses play out in total. One unit of cannons and my general. Actually, no. I'm gonna be pretty much just as stubborn as the AI is when it comes to demanding their surrender. And I mean, if I beat this army and I can take Paris, I might actually be cheeky and ask for the peace again. You know, just to fuck with them. I've actually decided to besiege Strasbourg. That's actually uh, uh, uh relatively well defended. Okay, first and foremost, army. I would like you to attack these motherfuckers in the back. You have an ashload of cannons, which is nice. Well, for you that is. That's not gonna help you much though. The head of an army. Nothing is more becoming than simplicity. There's the man who was like, artillery guns go boom. I like boom. I'd like lots and lots and lots of cannons. A man had a point there, I must admit. A great point. Is this relatively flat area? Well, that's relatively flat area. Wouldn't it be a shame if all of my cannons were sitting here, ready to attack you and blow you to smithereens? Actually, can I reasonably stretch you out over the whole area? Oh, that would make you very, 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 very thin. You know what? Fuck. Fuck. Why not? Why not? Well, that's the worst that can happen, he said, while his lines get broken through over and over. No reserves whatsoever. Okay, you two have to stand back a little bit for the moment, because, well, otherwise you get blown over by little cannon fire. You can probably live with that. And let's see, ideally we would take out their cannons first, but I don't think we're gonna have much luck with that, so... See what our cannons fire on of their own volition. I'll shoot at the cannons. I think the cannons are actually behind the hill, aren't they? Yeah. Well, that's not gonna make this fun. Also means the enemy cannons are basically useless, which is pretty good, actually. What does it look over here? Can you hit anything? Probably not easily. Meaning that, yeah, it kind of boils down to a bit of a lucky trick shot, and does it not? Is there anything that would be easier to hit for the cannons? Maybe this unit? I mean, already destroyed a building. Probably one of our own building, actually, which is, you know, kind of saddening, but alas. Okay, how about we try the other one? Let's see if we can hit that, maybe. A bit more directly, that would be swell. I don't know, maybe hit these motherfuckers who decided to come out and play. Not really a good idea. And they came, they saw, and now they're feeling sad for their whole existence. A very understandable and reasonable approach to feel sad for your own existence when your commandant Tay has decided to send you in against many, many, many cannons. We would like to have some horses, though. Horses would be nice to have. Why don't this army has horses? Frankly, I don't know why this army does not have horses, but it is what it is. They do not, in fact, have horses. So far, our hit rate is abysmal. Very much so, admittedly, abysmal. And they send the next horses down. Once again, a bold choice that will probably not yield them much, I will admit. You're just getting reduced to nothingness. Yes. Shooting into the city also doesn't really seem like a good idea, quite frankly. I'll be honest there. I don't think it's going to yield us the result I would like to have. I mean, to be fair, it's one of those very few total war that actually makes you look at terrain and go like, you know, those small little hills. Yeah, those are actually a bit of a pain in my ass, aren't they? I'm sure you're gonna hit something at some point through sheer dumb luck. I wonder if the enemy will at some point actually, you know, decide to move forward as they usually do. Oh, we are still hoping for a lucky shot. I know, it would require a big shot to hit him in this particular position. I get it. Absolutely, but you know. One can be hopeful, can they not? Because otherwise I will have to send in actual troops. And while I really don't want to, I might actually have to. You know, but sure, you march forward. What's the worst that can happen? He said, the whole enemy army turning around. Trying to get the enemy. Now what I'm gonna make this even better. I'm gonna tell you to fucking melee them. Run straight at the cannons, pointing directly at you. And think to yourself, what is the worst, truly worst that could happen to you? The man point out we are experienced with warfare in this particular area and era and epoch and nonsense, and we know what's going to happen, sir. Are going to hurt us, not just our feelings. Cannons. I would like you to stop shooting, because otherwise you're going to hit my my poor man. Smacked up in the face. I'd rather like to avoid that at least. You're just going to sit there, stand and watch, eh? I mean, it's a bold choice, and I'm not gonna say that it isn't, but that's not gonna be very efficient. Let's do this a bit faster, shall we? They're going for it, they're going for it. Boom. Now let's see you eating a cannon to the face. Yeah, that was the cannon to the face. That indeed was the cannon to the face. Wasn't pleasant. There is no monsieur here, don't worry about it. Okay, you should be more than capable of dealing with these. You are quite literally superior in numbers by a large margin. So please kill them. And kill the others as well, while you're at it. Well, let's have some fun with that. And I do believe we will have to probably start moving forward, don't we? I don't really want to do that, but they're giving me much of a choice here. Like the next one. Just to make sure we're done with this part of the cannon. I don't think they still have like 3 units left, but what really will these achieve? I mean, this one can probably shoot. This one through the city, not so much. I don't think we need to be overly worried about that. However, what we could also do is we could go here, we could tell you to mobilize again and move you over to the other side. Look, there's even a little bit of a hill here you can sit on and shoot from. Wouldn't that be neato? The cannons are like, yes, sir, that would be very neato. We could shoot over our own people's head, and it's totally not going to, you know, end up being disastrous or anything. Okay, you all get in position, nice and quickly, or slowly, depending on if that is more to your preferred style, of course. Yes. We're gonna do this a bit faster, because of course we do. Enemy seems to fail to understand. Yes, yes, turn, pivot, whatever the fuck. You know, you're actually supposed to be facing the enemy and not just, you know, exposing your sides to them. That's usually a bad idea. In fact, it's considered to be a very bad idea. Can you run, cannons? No, simple answer. Cannons, even if they're wrecked, cannot run. It's like, you sure? Yes, very much so. Yeah, you go over here. I don't need you standing over there and, you know, looking snazzily. You know, the better idea to have some reinforcements here. And we wait while the whole army slowly, ponderously moves its ass to where it's supposed to be. Not the most exciting battle I've ever watched, to be fair, in my time, but this is what this is. And we just watch this carefully. It's like, you know, let them get into position. I'm sure we're not going to regret that particular choice. Like, what's the worst that could happen? It's like, well, now that you ask, just wait until the cannons are in position. Your life choices will be revealed to be terrible. Or so I hope, at least. Otherwise I will be sad, and I don't like being sad. You know, just sits there and waits endlessly, going like, when the fuck is this ever going to fucking work? Come on, people, where are you? I do find it rather amusing when the enemy goes for a more passive approach. It amuses me greatly, in fact. Problem is, after this I have to move the whole army down towards Bavaria, don't I? Yes. And I'd rather do it relatively fast, because, well, if the stupid little Austrians managed to take that again, I'd be rather sad. Rather sad indeed. Are their cannons actually shooting at me? Yes, they are. Look at that. Almost impressed. They realized that they should probably shoot me, while I'm slowly and ponderously getting in positions to unleash all of my cannons on them in turn. They're like, Commander, Commandante, please allow us to shoot at the enemy. It seems appropriate at this point. AI. Not the smartest cookie to have ever cookied, but it's a cookie nonetheless. Yes, that is what we're going to, believe in. Oh, then. You have your cannons. You have some people randomly deciding to run. Now then, could you from your nice little perch there hit the horsies? I'm just asking, because otherwise I will have... Ah, shit, it's out of range, isn't it? Okay, can you hit at least the general? You can. That's good. Bold and good. Those little Frenchies are just standing there like, well, I mean, what else are we supposed to be doing here? You can also hit this unit, that is good. And the general has decided to break most profoundly. Let's try to shoot this thing. Because now, if I can do this without losing more troops, even if it takes a little bit longer, I'm not necessarily opposed to that. In fact, quite the opposite. Although it does make it a lot slower than it could potentially be. I will admit to that. I guess we can slowly let the army march forward a little bit. See if we cannot get a nice little reaction out of the enemy at some point. No, so far the enemy has happily decided that staying around and watching the ever more approaching army is good enough. You would assume that to be not be good enough, you would assume that to be a rather terrible move, but I guess I can see a certain stoic beauty in it, yes. This is how I'm going to declare this. It's like, hi. I'm the giant army that was standing in front of you for like fucking half an eternity. How you feel about yourself today? Seems you're not feeling too great about yourselves. In fact, I would say you're kinda getting fucked. Oh, seems pretty fucky. Yeah, what you gonna do about this? You're trying to reposition yourself even now. Well, that's interesting. You know what? Attack the cannons. After exposing them that readily and easily, I don't think we have any reason to not go in there and shooty bang them a little bit in the face. I think that is a appropriate reaction. Okay, -1.
A glorious victory, sir. is soon to be yours.
I mean, I don't doubt it. In fact, I'd go so far as to say I will... oh shit, anyway. Get yourself into position. It's gonna be a horrible position, and it's gonna look fucking funky, but... I guess technically speaking, you're still in position. Well, yeah, maybe more swing. I should just charge in there and deal with them, shouldn't I? It's like, yes, you should, absolutely. Attack! Everybody immediately starts running away. I mean, I get it, I would probably run away too. Seems like a very fair reaction, yes. God damn it, am I out of time, eh? She better good. Ah. Okay, what's left of you? Nothing I need to worry about taking over any of my cities. Also, I guess the march to Bavaria is then good to go for the moment. We have taken that over. You need a new general. I don't need infantry, that's nice. Infantry units, morale, that's also nice. Yeah, we did lose one cannon. We do kind of need to reproduce one, but I think the only town that can produce good cannons at the moment is by capital, isn't it? Yeah. Well, this be a bit sucky, I will admit, but you know, sucky is nothing new for me. I guess we're gonna quickly go through the last few of the buildings here, see if there's anything we can and want to build, and then I will have to excuse myself because I do need to get myself ready. I do have one more appointment today that I do kind of need to do it. Luckily enough, I'm a man. When I say I'm gonna take a shower, that takes like no time at fucking all. God bless me being a man. Can't imagine spending a fucking hour on that shit. It would literally drive me insane. Just the thought that does so. And depending on how things go, I hope that I will actually be back relatively timely today. So I might actually do a second-hour stream in the evening, you know, just some more Napoleon. You know, nice and relaxed thing. But I suppose no promises will be made for the moment. Not that insane, to put it mildly. Does this army stand a chance? Militia, some fusiliers, which are pretty nice against. Now, as long as these form a nice line and the enemy actually attacks us, I don't think we have a problem there. But yeah, I'm kind of happy with what we've done today. We have set up our next playthrough for Vampire, so I can actually indulge that a little bit. I can say that if I manage to come back on time, and the internet is still nice and functioning, which has been a rarity over the last few days as well. You're probably just going to play some more Napoleon, honestly. It's a nice, enjoyable game. A bit more limited in scope than Empire, which is putting it very, very mildly. But fun nonetheless, And, well, my plans come to fruition, then over the next few days we'll be playing, hopefully, another round of Empire multiplayer campaign. Because that was actually kind of fun, I must admit. With that said, as I'm not sure if I'll be back on time or not, and in other circumstances aside, I will very politely bid everybody adieu, just in case. Have a good one and all of that good nonsense. And let me quickly see who has dropped by, shall we not? Well, first and foremost, a strategy. Coming by and staying around. It's a good little lad that he is, indeed. And, well, you have some complaints about us playing a fucking Nosferatu and vampires. You know where to direct those. This is not made of my own volition, mind you. Blame strategy. 2025. It's gonna be the slogan for this one. Apart from that, there's nobody else I deem worthy of being mentioned, so everybody else on the more lurking side, do feel appreciated as well. Pat yourself on the shoulder for your job well indeed, everybody. And I do hope to see you all again, well, either this evening or tomorrow. Shoot the money man. I mean, you are both the messenger and the money man in the background, so technically speaking, I'll hit pretty fucking good if I shoot you, don't I? Ah.